Hey, how's it going? My name's Riley, and in this video, we're going to be going over 4 tips that you need to keep in mind as you are setting up your Facebook ads for your house cleaning business. And these 4 tips are incredibly difficult. Really, they're the 4 basic things you need to keep in mind for any type of advertising or marketing campaign you're running. But these are 4 things that will especially help you as you are setting up your Facebook campaign. So, without further ado, let's get into these 4 tips so you don't spend an absurd amount of money on your Facebook campaigns without seeing the results that you're looking for. Let's get into it. First off, let's talk about one of the most important things you need to keep in mind as you are running your Facebook ads for your house cleaning business, and that's knowing your audience. And this, like I said, is the most important thing you need to keep in mind as you are running these ads, because Facebook has almost 2.5 billion active users, and if you go in guns a-blazing, you're going to end up spending a fortune and not seeing any of that money come back and enter your bank account. So when it comes to knowing your audience, you need to know some certain things. First, where do they live? If you are targeting people outside of the state, especially if you are a local business, that is a total waste of money because you're not serving people out of the state. Frankly, most businesses don't service cities 50 or 75 miles outside of the radius of their business. You need to know who you are targeting. The next thing is, who are you talking to? Their gender, how much money they make. These are all things that can help you write better ad copy so you can help someone go from point A, which is not thinking they need a house cleaning service, to point B, the final result of them actually scheduling a service with you. And then finally, and this goes right along with what I just talked about, you need to know some of their pain points. What keeps them up at night? What is going to get them to take that next step to using your services? And these pain points are all about making someone take an action as soon as possible, rather than them pushing it off in the future and possibly never taking action in the end. So knowing your audience is extremely critical. Not only will it help you narrow down that audience so you are targeting people that are actually applicable to what you are talking about, but it will also shrink that ad cost so you're not paying as much, but it will also increase the results that you see. So that is why this is so important. Knowing your audience is probably the most important thing we're going to talk about in this video, but these next 3 things all work along with this and really are what creates a great ad. So let's get on to the next one. So let's talk about knowing your objective as you are running Facebook ads for your house cleaning business. And this is how you're going to begin constructing your ad in a way to get those people that are reading your ad to take those next steps in the direction that you want them to. If you don't have an objective for your ad is going to be all over the place. You're not going to know what you want them to do next, and they're not going to end up taking the action that you want them to, whether that be scheduling a service, whether that be contacting you, whether that be watching a video of yours. You're not going to know what you want them to do next, and they're not going to take that action. So there are 2 types of ads that you could be running on Facebook. One is an engagement ad, which is all about providing value up front, and the other one is having someone purchase something from you or schedule a service, and that one is called a conversion ad. And when I say there are 2 types, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are totally separate. Generally, these can work together to make each other more effective. So an engagement ad is generally the first thing you see. This is all about, like I said, providing value up front. And once you do that, once you've built up an audience that trusts you, that appreciates what you are doing for them, then you can begin serving up a conversion ad where people already know you and they'd be much more likely to take that next step of scheduling a service or purchasing something of yours. That's how these 2 ads make each other much more powerful, and that is actually probably the best way to run your campaign, is to provide value, then ask for something. And when it comes to marketing, that's always been the best way to do it. You provide value, then ask them for some form of commitment. Now, when it comes to running them separately, an engagement ad is the one that you generally see the most results come from. An engagement ad fits perfectly within Facebook. After all, people are there to be entertained. They're there to socialize with their friends and family. They're not there to pull out their credit card and say, charge this or purchase something. They're there to be entertained, not to purchase something. And that's why an engagement ad is so much more valuable when you're running it individually on Facebook. When it comes to a conversion campaign, this is one that takes time. Not everybody is going to be willing to pull out their credit card right away when they don't know you yet. And that's why these two things are so much more powerful together. Now, at the end of the day, you have to know what your objective is to have a successful campaign either way. And that's why after you know your audience, you have to nail down your objective. And that's how you really create a good Facebook campaign, an ad that drives the results that you are looking for. Now that you know your objective, you also have to do this next step, which I'm about to talk about, and that's discussing your call to action. This is how you get people to take that next step in the direction that you want them to, and let's get on to that. So as I was saying, your call to action button is all about directing people to that end result that you are looking for. If you don't tell them what to do, they won't get to that end point. And that is a massive fail on your ads part, because you spent all this time writing your ad copy, you spent all this time finding great imagery to pull people in. But if you don't tell people what to do to get to that end result, to schedule a service, to give you a call, to download a PDF, whatever it is you want them to do, if they don't end up taking that last step, then you won't see the results that you are looking for. You have to think of yourself as Google Maps. Just like Google Maps, you have to direct them through the flow of your ad. By the end of that ad, you have to tell them what to do next. If you want them to call you, have a call now button. If you want them to download a PDF, have a download now button. Things like this make the process extremely easy, and that is what you need to do. You have to make this process as easy as possible for them so that they don't get sidetracked or they don't get lost and just continue scrolling through their newsfeed and never reach that end result that you are looking for. So just keep in mind, as you are coming up with this call to action button, it is your job to tell them what to do next, to make it as easy as possible for them to take that end result, so you start seeing people driving through your funnel into the end result that you are looking for. Finally, let's talk about retargeting. And retargeting is how you tie all of this stuff we just talked about together and create a great Facebook campaign for your house cleaning business. And when it comes to marketing, it's important to remember that this is a long-term game. Most people won't take action the very first time that they see your ad, and that's when retargeting comes into play. You can take all of those people that interacted with your conversion ad but didn't take the final steps, and all of the people that have showed interest in your engagement ads, the content that you have published, put them into an audience and begin serving ads to them to almost give them one last chance to take action and schedule a service with your business. Now, when it comes to retargeting ads, everything we talked about here applies. The persuasive content, knowing your audience, knowing your objective, having a call to action, everything here applies. Just the difference is now you are serving ads to people that have previously seen your ads before. And Facebook makes this really easy on us. They provide us with the tools necessary to begin targeting people that have seen our ads. At the end of the day, these are people who have been tracked by Google, who have been remembered in our campaigns, and we can continue serving them ads in different varieties to hopefully hit that trigger point where they are then ready to take action. And that's the magic of retargeting. And Facebook makes it really easy on us. So anyway, these were the 4 key tips to running great Facebook ads for your house cleaning business. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'd be happy to read them and hopefully provide you with a great answer. After that, if you like the video, please give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. It helps me. Plus, you will be notified when new content comes out so you don't miss it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to talk to you in the next one. See ya.